Are you practicing sight reading but not seeing any results? Are you getting frustrated at the lack of progress? Then this video is for you. Hi guys, my name is Manu from Piano Sight Reading, where I give sight reading tips to pianists. And in today's video, I'm going to give you one reason why most piano players don't make much progress in their sight reading, and what to do about it so that we can see some progress. Now, the problem I see in a lot of piano players is that they approach sight reading the way they approach regular practice, the way they approach pieces. But as we'll see in this video, the aim of sight reading is different to the aim of practicing. So let me explain. What is the aim of practicing? Well, we can say it's to improve your technique, to improve your musicianship, but first and foremost, it's to fix errors, right? So you want to get rid of any mistakes and then play as accurately and as musically as possible. And the way I like to describe practicing, it's like working on creating the sounds that you want with the most efficient movements. And repetition is your best friend, right? To get used to certain movements, you have to repeat these movements over and over. So yes, practicing requires that you repeat many times. Now, on the other hand, if we look at the aim of sight reading, let's see. Yes, it can improve your technique and it improves your musicianship, but now this is where the difference is. You're not aiming to fix errors. What you're trying to do is to play as accurately, as fluently, and as musically as possible, but on the first attempt. And so this is where repetition is not your best friend. In fact, it's your enemy, because the more you repeat the same thing, the less you're actually sight reading. Because technically speaking, sight reading is when you read something for the first time, and then it's no longer sight reading. So if you want to practice sight reading, the idea is to use lots of different pieces where you try playing through once, twice at the maximum, and then moving on. To give you a better idea of the difference between regular practice and sight reading, let me give you an analogy. So the way I see it is that practice is like drawing, whereas sight reading is like sketching. When you're drawing something, well, first you have to sketch whatever it is you're drawing, but then you spend a lot of time refining all the areas of your drawing. So you work on getting the proportions right, you work on getting the shading right, and then every now and then you might have to rub out something, go over it again. So it takes a lot of repetition, a lot of refining to get to the end product, right? And it takes a long time as well. It's very detailed, but with sight reading, it's like sketching. And when you're sketching, what you're doing is you're trying to really capture the essence of whatever it is you're sketching. And you're doing that in the quickest way possible. You're using very swift movements. It's very rough, and you don't spend hours and hours refining, adding shading, etc. You're only in a few lines you try to get the idea, the essence of what you're drawing. Let me show you an example from a drawing book. So this would be a sketch. Do you see how it's very simple, very few lines, and then this same sketch is then turned into a drawing. So this would be the final product. Now we have a drawing, and you have the shading, you have all the detail, and this would have taken a lot longer. So what I'm trying to get at is that when you're sight reading, think of yourself as sketching the piece. So you're capturing the essence. You're not focused on the detail. You just want to paint a picture. And what you'll notice is that the more you practice sketching, the better you get at it, and the more refined your sketches will be. So the idea is to practice sketching lots and lots of times, and doing that will improve your sketching abilities, and it will improve your eye to hand coordination. I mean, same with sight reading, right? When you see a note, you immediately find your spot. So if you want to get better at sight reading, get better at sketching, not drawing, because drawing, it's a different skill altogether. Bottom line is, aim to get a general idea of the piece you sight read with as few attempts as possible, like you would if you were sketching. That is where the true skill lies. Alright guys, I hope you liked this analogy between drawing and sketching. If you happen to be an artist, or someone who likes drawing, did this analogy make sense? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Happy sight reading, or shall I say sketching?